This is the brand new Ascher Racing McLaren Artura Ultimate, and it's probably the most insane and expensive sim racing wheel I've ever reviewed on this channel. Coming in at $1,500, this is far from a toy and has to be absolutely perfect. Thankfully and extremely notably, it is compatible with wheelbases from Fanatec, Simagic, Aztec, and many others, and it's thus potentially putting this wheel rim in contention for the most versatile ever. Ascher Racing has sent this unit over for me to review, and I've been putting it through the paces for the last several weeks. So now I've gathered my thoughts on it, determined what I do and I do not like, and I'm ready to tell you all about that. And keep in mind that if you are interested in this or any other Ascher Racing product, you can take 5% off using code OCRacing, and discount codes for most of the biggest sim racing brands can also be found on my website. Looking for great deals on sim racing hardware? Make sure to check out simspots.com, where all of the best deals on sim racing, PC, and gaming peripherals are posted daily. Literally, the site is completely free to use, free of ads, and just lets you know of discounted sim racing hardware for you to save some cash. Get into sim racing or upgrade your gear today at simspots.com. Created alongside McLaren and based directly off the real-world Artura GT4 race car, this sim racing wheel has the exact same materials, parts, and styling as the real-world thing, with only a few minor changes to adapt it to the virtual world. So based on that alone, its $1,500 price point begins to make at least some sense, but that's really just the start. At 300mm in diameter, Ascher Racing has fitted this wheel with more functionality than you could ever probably use. As seen here, a total of 4 thumb encoders, 2 multifunctional 7-way joysticks, 2 12-way position rotary switches, 14 RGB backlit buttons, and an integrated 4-inch display with 21 individual RGB shift lights are found. From my experience, I found every single button and dial to be meticulously placed so as to be easy and comfortable to reach. Mixed with its 300mm diameter for ultimate realism, the ergonomics of this wheel are second to none. On hand, the rubber grips of this wheel are also very comfortable and extremely grippy. This of course adds a lot of grip and security when holding your wheel, but I also found it to be a bit of a dust magnet, as it would easily hold on to that and other debris. As expected, the feeling of absolutely every button and dial here is of high quality, with a nice click on the backlit buttons and a rigid feel on the thumb encoders and knobs. As per customizability, there's also quite a bit, with an included sticker sheet and completely separate button caps with a wide range of icons for you to swap out, albeit the process of swapping them out is a bit tedious. And if that wasn't enough, there's also a $100 optional knob kit, which introduces a wide range of color options for you to customize this wheel even further, although I personally already really like the standard color scheme. Overall, there is truly very little to complain about regarding the feel of the Artura Ultimate, as it both looks and feels of high quality. The main selling point here will of course be the large and vibrant 4-inch digital dash display, which supports SimHub for a fully customizable experience. Using SimHub, I'm able to use dozens of pre-made telemetry displays or make one from scratch myself, and on this software I'm also able to change color profiles, bind different buttons for different in-game functions, change the brightness of the LEDs, and pretty much everything you could expect. The in-house Ascher Racing software will also allow you to change the functionality of the clutch paddles, but in general, SimHub will be the main application used with this wheel, meaning that as you'd expect, it only works on PC. Now taking a look behind the rim, you'll find 6 70mm bolt pattern inserts for your desired quick release system, along with the clutch, shifter, and mappable paddles. As for my quick release system, here I'm using the optional Aztec Invicta wheel side quick release, which is sold separately, but depending on the wheelbase you're using, you'll need your corresponding quick release systems and maybe an adapter. Ultimately though, once this wheel is attached, since it connects independently via USB to your computer, it will retain its full functionality. Now, one of the cool things about the Ascher quick release system I'm using here is that by attaching this small USB cable onto the wheel and quick release system, I'm essentially able to wirelessly use this wheel on my Labrino wheelbase without having any cable needing to go all the way to my PC. But in the case that I did need to use the USB cord, it also comes with an extender, making you have ample length to route back to your computer. Now, as for the paddle shifters, they're as good as you would expect. Machined out of aluminum and fitted with strong magnets, they have a firm and tactile feel, with their sound being dampened with rubber stomps. Altogether, this results in paddle shifters which not only look and feel good, but also perform well with a notable snap action force. The only thing that I do not like is both the distance and resistance of the nappable clutch paddles underneath, as not only did I find them a little hard to reach since they sit so far back, but they also have little to no resistance, making it difficult to precisely move. All said and done though, the in-game performance of the Artura Ultimate is as good as you would expect. On track with max torque enabled, the wheel remained rigid and flex free even when purposely trying to push and pull on it. The Ascher quick release system worked its magic, and the wheel, upon installing SimHub, quickly fired up with everything ready to go. On track, the large screen was also very apparent and helpful in many cases, albeit it's not something I would say is a necessity. In that sense, you're very much paying for the cool factor rather than anything else. Regardless, everything was precise, quick to react, and very vibrant and high in resolution. So all in all, my experience with the Ascher Racing McLaren Artura Ultimate was as good as I was expecting, with the cool factor of knowing this exact type of wheels being used in the real car definitely adding to the immersion. The price tag here, of course, will be its biggest downside, and where you really have to realize that this wheel is designed, marketed, and intended for the very high-end and exclusive sim racing market. In a world where real-life supercar owners want the absolute best for their sim racing experience and price isn't really a consideration, this is where the McLaren Artura Ultimate will be found. So this has been my review on the brand new Ascher Racing McLaren Artura Ultimate wheel rim. As always, let me know your thoughts on this product down in the video description, and with all that being said, thank you all for watching, stay safe, and have a fantastic rest of your day.